Resume recording. And can everyone hear me okay? Thank you for those who have replied. Okay, so I'll get started and I'll try and admit people as I'm going for the latecomers, because I don't want to keep you all too long. It is probably going to be for about an hour and a half, and then we have some question and answers at the end as well. So keep your questions till then. I will find it a bit hard trying to watch the chat throughout the session, so I will look through all those questions if you have them at the end. So I'll just tell you a bit about Brendan Gunn Media Group. I've been working for Brendan since 2019. I was hired to manage his international financial news website and design and launch a new website, which is an international trading website. When we completed those projects, we wanted to share the passion that I had and Brendan had for social media and websites and to businesses in the Central West. So that's why Brendan Gunn Media Group was born. We were born in earlier this year. So today's webinar is hosted by Regional Development Australia, Central West. So thank you for allowing me to present today. So I'm just a few more coming in. A little bit about me. Since a young age, I've had a passion for design. I worked in my family's retail store on the Northern Beaches of Sydney from a very young age. And from the age of 15, I was actually tutored after school by a university professor in graphic design. So by the age of 23, I became a co-director of an international skincare company, and I managed all their designs, packaging, advertising, marketing and distribution. I had worked there for 8 years, and I decided to start my family, and I wanted to work from home with my kids at home. So I launched my own fashion label. Plus through social media, I wanted to connect with other mums working from home. So another mum who I met on Facebook and I started Mum Entrepreneurs, a networking group for mums in business. My fashion label had grown from a market stall on the Northern Beaches when I started it in 2019 to an international brand by 2012. And the network group grew from a few mums meeting locally to a cafe to 100 members meeting over various locations all over New South Wales. In 2013, my husband and I moved our businesses to the Central West for a tree change. And 2014, unfortunately, we were both hit with cancer. But since then, I sold my business, and my husband ceased his business. He was a builder, and we both started working for businesses to help grow them through their social media, web design and graphic design. So that's just a bit about me and where I've come from and what brought me here today. Social media webinar. So we are talking today about why it is important for your business growth. Which social media platform is best for your business? I've listed my top 10 tips to a successful social media presence, and then we'll have some question and answer. Just have a few more to admit, sorry. So social media proves to be a powerful tool when it comes to growing your brand awareness. Social media and SEO search engine optimization go hand in hand. Search engines quickly index Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest profiles. If you're a business owner and you're still not using social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn to promote and develop your business, you're missing out on significant opportunity. The most important thing social media can do is give business owners a way to engage with customers in a whole new way. Social media allows you to get personal with your customers and form a bond of trust. So you're building trust. A good social media strategy will have a positive effect on sales, and as it increases the overall exposure of your business. It gets people talking about your business or your service, it exposes your products, and it interacts with your customers. You can interact and build a trust with them. This illustrates interest in your customers and their experience, and it frequently translates to further sales. So you may be wondering which social media platform is best for your business. You don't need to sign up to all of them, is my one tip. You've got too many to manage. Choose the right one for your business. You need to ask yourself some questions. What industry are you in? Who is your target audience? What kind of budget do you have? And then there is a few guidelines as to how many platforms you need. So a small business startup, 1 to 2 platforms, medium to large, 2 to 3 platforms, and enterprise, 3 to 6 platforms. What types of social media platforms are there? So there's social networking. This is the most traditional form of social media and allows people to interact with each other in different ways. So examples of these would be Facebook and LinkedIn. Then there's a photo sharing. This allows users to share images, content, and interact with other profile images. The examples of these are Instagram and Pinterest. Video sharing. This allows users to post videos to a feed. Examples are YouTube and Vimeo. Microblogging. This allows users to share short snippets of text information. So examples are Twitter and Tumblr. Community platforms. These are great for businesses as they allow you to interact with your audience. These allow you to propose questions, receive answers, share information with groups of people. Examples are Quora and Reddit. Interactive social platforms. These are more interactive, using virtual reality and music overlays. So examples of these are Snapchat and TikTok. Sorry, am I drawing on my screen here? Don't know how I'm doing it. I just want the mouse. Sorry about that. So social networking. I'll just go over a few of the pros and cons of each of these areas. Just got a few waiting again. So the pros of social networking has great scheduling tools and integration. So you have a lot of, you can integrate with other social medias, especially with Facebook. Now that they also own Instagram, they can, and WhatsApp, you can integrate to those, so it's really good. You can extend the sharing to photos and videos too. The cons are the post-only links without images are less likely to get noticed. So posting with a photo, you'll get more noticed. Platforms like Facebook prioritise personal posts over business posts in the news feeds, making it more social than business orientated. Now, we'll talk a bit more about that later and how that will help, how you can make it work for your business. Photo sharing. As mentioned before, that's Instagram, Pinterest. Pros are brand awareness. Images attract attention more than text. So posting images, you'll get more people liking and commenting on the photo. It's highly visual content. It's great for those with restaurants or products, and entices the user to purchase. The cons are content upkeep, with generating or purchasing fresh content may require a budget. So if you don't have a very big budget to spend on getting a photographer or a good camera or anything like that, that can be a problem if you don't have good fresh content. Can only be used on mobiles. So like Instagram, it can be time consuming using your mobile for all your posts and writing out the content and all that and links and all that. So yeah, it can be a bit time consuming. Video sharing. So the pros of video sharing is brand relevancy. Videos is a rising trend and will bring your brand relevant and findable as users are watching more and more videos. It caters to a whole wide range of industries. So pretty much every industry you can do a video for. You can have a product demo, you can have a how-to video, a cooking video, a craft video, the list is endless. The cons are though, the same with Instagram, can be time consuming and costly creating the videos and the content if you don't have the experience. Microblogging. So the pros, these platforms attract attention with short, quick thoughts. So great if you are reporting news events like journalists wanting to post quick news updates. They drive conversion and engagement as it can start a conversation around your brand or subject. Cons, due to a limited amount of characters you can use, you need to be careful not to incorrectly word things, and it could start a negative stream and misconception of your brand. So you need to be very careful what you are writing, and as the saying will go, all publicity is good publicity, but it doesn't always go with social media. Community networks. So these are ones like Reddit and Quora. Not sure if anyone has heard of those. I have used Quora before, and there's quite a lot of industry leaders that you can follow and get advice from, post questions. So these are very good for that. And if you want to build yourself as a thought leader, an authority figure in your industry, you can start your own group in there and post questions or get feedback. So they're great for those that say IT specialists, web designers, all that sort of thing in your field. You can go onto these groups. The cons are you can be downvoted. So therefore posts are hidden. And if you have a niche business, the audience may not be as great as other social media platforms. Interactive platforms. So these are examples of Snapchat and TikTok. The pros of these are they are a creative way to communicate. It's experimental. It's great for storytelling to attract your audience. They are really targeted to a younger market though. So if you have a product for teens or tweens, then this is the place to be. The cons are the content creation, again, is time consuming and costly. Generally, they also prioritize user content over business content too. So which platform do you think is the most popular platform in 2020? While I have some answers, I'm going to play this video for you. So put in the chat if you have any ideas what the most popular social media platform is right now. So this video just shows from 2003 to now what is the most popular and how they evolved over the time and grew. So as you can see, yep, a lot of you were right. Facebook is the most popular worldwide, yes, and also in Australia as well. And you can get that video off YouTube. So here's a graph to show you which is the most popular social media channels by user. Now I'm just going to show you these ones here with the arrows. These are actually, they're popular, they're up there, but they are only based in China. So if your target market is China, then this is where you should be, but otherwise you don't need to worry about them. And then we've got the social media channels for business and their monthly active users. So 2.4 billion are on Facebook, 2 billion on YouTube, 1.3 billion on Messenger, 1 billion on TikTok, 330 million on Twitter, 322 million on Pinterest. Now, just let you know that that has actually grown in the last year by 22 million. So they had a big jump in the last year. 303 million in LinkedIn and 280 million in Snapchat. Now I'm going to talk about, I've picked 6 platforms and I'm going to talk about them in detail and mention a few of their facts and stats so you can see which one is more geared for your business by seeing what demographics are on them. So first of all, we'll talk about Facebook. So Facebook has 2.89 billion monthly active users. It has 17 million in Australia, aged over 14. Facebook users are 54% female and 46% male. So they are 50-50 really. And so you can, if you have, your target market is for both female and male, this is a great place to be. The total number of mobile active users is 2.2 billion. So that's 96% of Facebook users are on mobile. 1.47 billion users are active on desktop. Link posts receive 76% less engagement than video. Facebook stories have 5 million daily views. 500 million daily views, not 5 million. But it's a big amount on stories. So that's something you need to start doing if you're not doing stories. Politics is the highest category. 56% of people visiting Facebook are visiting to get information on brands or products. Some business stats, we've got 93% of businesses are active on Facebook. There are more than 300,000 active messenger bots. 20 billion messages are sent between people and businesses every month. So that's your, if you have to have a separate messenger app to have the messenger bot, that's what that's talking about. That's the separate app. 49 of Facebook users like a brand's page to show their support. 6 billion Facebook users are connected to a small business on the platform. Business-to-business decision makers are spending 760 minutes a week on Facebook. Ad costs on Facebook over the last year decreased by 2%, but the ad impressions grew by 34%. So this shows that Facebook are trying to push their ads more. Instagram. So Instagram has 500 million daily users. 200 million Instagrammers visit at least one business profile daily. It is the second most engaged network. So that means more, the second probably after Facebook, I'd say, that people are actually commenting and liking your posts on Instagram. The average time spent on Instagram is 53 minutes. 83% of users discover new products and services on Instagram. 1/3 of stories viewed are from business. 50% of users follow at least one business. It has 4 times more interactions than other platforms. 56.3% of Instagram users are females and 43 are males. So it's still fairly even there as well. 80% of users make purchase decisions via Instagram. So definitely if you have products, services, anything, put a post on Instagram with your various products and links to that page. You can change your profile link each time you are promoting a product as well, so people can go straight to there and purchase. 130 million Instagram accounts tap on a shopping post to learn more about products every month. Posts with a location get 79% more engagement. So make sure you have a location on your post. Photos with faces get 38% more likes. Posts with at least one hashtag average 12.6% more engagement. So use your hashtags. We'll talk about them more later. Instagram users engage more on weekdays, with Tuesday and Thursday showing more engagement. The most popular hashtags on Instagram are love, Instagood, photo of the day, fashion, and beautiful. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional network, mainly business to business. 80% of business to business social media leads are from LinkedIn. 77% of recruiters are on LinkedIn. An average user spends 17 minutes per month on LinkedIn, but the average job seeker spends 30 minutes a day. 33% of millionaires are on LinkedIn. There are 17 million opinion leaders and 10 million C-level executives on LinkedIn. 57% are mobile users. 27% have between 500 and 999 connections. It's available in 24 languages, so it's quite diverse in countries that are on there. There are 57% male and 43% are female users. Professional content gets 15 times more content impressions than job postings, with 57 consuming content on mobile. LinkedIn makes up more than 50% of all social traffic to business websites and blogs. 92% of business to business marketers include LinkedIn in their digital marketing. YouTube. 79% of internet users have a YouTube account. It's also worldwide and has 80 different languages. 1 billion hours of video is watched daily. That's a lot of hours. 62% of businesses use YouTube. 70% watch time is on a mobile. 90% say they discover a new brand and product on YouTube. 500 hours of video is uploaded per minute. 37% of all mobile internet traffic are on YouTube. 60% of people prefer video platform to live television. Males are predominantly watching soccer and strategy games. Females are primarily watching beauty videos. 62% of businesses, accidentally pressed. 62% of businesses use YouTube. 9% of small businesses are on YouTube. 35 plus and 55 plus age groups are the fastest growing YouTube demographics. Now, I just noticed there was a question about where the stats are coming from. So I've got them from various locations. There's a few sites which I will share. I think I've got them at the end of the video, at the end of the slide, with all these stats. So various research companies, also direct from the companies like YouTube, they have these on their site. Twitter has 330 million active Twitter users, 500 million total number of tweets sent per day. 80% of users are on mobile. 152 million number of Twitter daily active users. I don't know where the number's in there. Sorry, I just need a sip of water. It's lots of stats. 34% of Twitter users are female and 66% are male. So it's quite interesting that there's more male orientated on Twitter. Roughly 42% of Twitter users are on the platform daily. 38% of Twitter users are between the ages of 18 and 29, and 26% of users are 30 to 49 years old. 80% of Twitter users access the platform via mobile, and 93% of videos viewed are on mobile. Total ad engagement was up 29% each year. 85% of small and medium business users use Twitter to provide a customer service. Tweets with GIFs get 55% more engagement than those without. However, only 2% of tweets contain a GIF. Pinterest. 250 million users monthly, 85% are women. So if you have a product or a business that is targeted to women, this is definitely where you need to be. 40% of new signups are men, 60% of new signups are women. 98% of users try the ideas that they find on Pinterest. 59% of users discover products to buy on Pinterest. 90% use to decide to make the purchase. They use Pinterest to make the purchase. 83% of weekly pinners have made a purchase based on the content that they saw from the brands on Pinterest. 55% of users are there looking for products. Sorry for the typo. 78% think brand content is useful. It drives 33% more traffic to your website than Facebook does. Spend is 29% more than other platforms. The median age of a Pinterest user is 40, however, the majority of active pinners are under 40. Over 5% of all referral traffic to websites comes from Pinterest. Pinterest said 85% of pinners use their mobile app. 50% have made a purchase after seeing a pinned promotion. You can promote, a bit like Facebook boosting, you can do an ad on Pinterest. So this is what it is referring to, promoted pin. Promoted pins are repinned an average of 11 times per advert. The average time spent on Pinterest per visit is 14.2 minutes. So that's all of the top 6 that I wanted to share the stats with you on to help you understand where people are and what they're looking at and what they're doing on those platforms, to help you decide, are you on the right platforms? Do you need to add another one to your list? So let me know which is your favorite social media platform. That could be your favorite as a personal choice or as a business decision. You can let me know in the chat. While you are answering that, I'll just let you know that Pinterest is mine. It is not predominantly for business use for me. It's more personal use. It's my place to look for ideas, and as a designer, as a homeowner, as the cook in the family of 3 in our family that are celiacs, I love it for recipes, interior design, inspiration. I can save them all in folders and refer back to things later. Even hairstyles, I'll pin it and go to the hairdresser and show them the folder of all the things I've looked at. So it's for me, it is Pinterest. So I'm getting some great responses. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, business LinkedIn, personal Instagram. Yep. So that's great. It shows that it can be, everyone's different in what they prefer. Sam has just asked which two platforms best complement each other and provide the best return on effort invested. My preferred that I think go together are Facebook and Instagram, as you can, it's quite quick and easy to use between the two. So they would be probably my favorite, and you can, when you do an ad in Facebook, it can also do the same ad on Instagram. So you're getting it from both with less effort, I suppose, and time that you should be spending on your business instead of going to various platforms and posting in all different ones, different ways, all that sort of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to go have top 10 tips to a successful social media presence. My first one is don't press boost. It's not your friend. I'm not saying never do it. It's just so many people just throw $20 at boosting to see what happens, and really didn't get much out of it, or didn't see who were the people that were you spending that money on. So next time, think again and set up an audience. So Facebook try and make it easier for you to spend. They send you notifications like your post on Facebook advert is performing better than 80% of posts on the page for $25 to reach up to 742 more people daily. Or you get a notification like get more event responses, boost your event now. Only $30 and reach 23,000. You think bargain, but no. Do those 23,000 people even fall in your preferred target audience? So you need to really think about that. You don't want to just part with your hard-earned money without creating your audience. So that will bring us to the next tip, is refine your target audience. Write down your ideal client, their gender, their age, location, education, profession, income, marital status, lifestyle, opinions and attitudes, interests, hobbies, and their personality. These are all recorded, especially in Facebook, because your profiles are personal. You've set them up to your name, you've put in where you grew up, where you're born, to where you're living now, where you've worked. It knows a lot about you. So you can really refine your strategy of marketing to these people when you're boosting as well. So I have a demo page that I have set up so I can show you how to do this target audience. Just have to go out of it because I'm going to go to that page live. And okay, so here under your page settings, which is found right at the very bottom on the left-hand side of your page, you go down to page info. Oh, sorry, that's a different one. Sorry, I'm on the wrong bit. Ad Center, we're talking about ads here. Audiences. So in Ad Center, audiences, you can create an audience by pressing the plus, create audience. You call it a name. So just say you are only local. I'm in Orange, so only targeting people that are in Orange. So you call it Orange and just say you only market to females. So Orange female. So then you can press that you only want to target women, and then you can change the age. So depending on your product, maybe it's a high-end product and maybe, you know, only 30 plus might use it, and people over 65 probably wouldn't use it. So we'll scale that down to say between 30 and 50-year-olds. And we're going to change this to Orange. Orange, New South Wales. And you can make this bigger. So it's in miles, but you can make it bigger so it also includes Bathurst and all around. Then it has suggestions, or you can browse. So suggestions, their interests, they're a foodie, maybe you have a restaurant, so you would pick foodie, or there is, if you go browse, you can go through and click on all of these and pick one. So food and drink, people, maybe you are a Chinese restaurant, so people that like Chinese food, you can really nail it down. Now this is actually too specific, it's telling me, so we might want to change the location or the age. We'll go a bit broader with the age due to, I mean, anyone will eat Chinese, so that's probably a bit too specific. So you can see this is saying now it's a bit more defined. We've got potential size of 17,000 people that would go to. So that's just in that area though, which is good. You're not getting people that can't travel to you because you're a restaurant. So you're only targeting those people. So I'll just go back to, go back to my presentation. So that was how to set up a target audience. I showed you in the intro. So next tip is to document a social media strategy. Now this will include your company overview, so who your company is, what your services are, what your vision is, your mission, your values, list your products, your unique selling points, your SWOT analysis, so your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities and threats, who you are targeting, so back to the audience, picking out your audience and who you're going to target to. And maybe you want to only, for the next 6 months, just target, say you have quite a broad range of people, you want to target for the next 6 months a certain demographic. Times to post, you need to think about that and your insights, what time your audience is looking at your posts. You can look that on your in your insights on your page. If you go there, right down the bottom of one of the pages, it actually tells you what time everyone is looking at your posts. So just say you normally post at 9 o'clock, but people aren't viewing your posts until 3 o'clock, then change your post time, and you can schedule your post time to 3 o'clock, because then that's when you'll get the most views. You need to think about what you're posting for the next month. Think about what's coming up. Say, you know, it's at the end of the year and Christmas is coming up. You need to plan early as to what you are posting. Think about trends and for your content. Style. So always try and use your company colours. What colours you use. You can pick maybe 5 colours and try and use them in your posts, in your pictures. Select pictures that have that tone. Your fonts that you use in your posts, as in your pictures. If it's going to be a short post, long post, what hashtags you use. We'll talk about them later as well. Set your goals and targets. There's no secret that goal setting increases your likelihood of social media success. Yet it never ceases to amaze me how many businesses have given a scant thought to creating their social media goals. Below, you will find a list of some of the common social media marketing goals. Decide which of these are the most aligned with your business goal. So, to drive traffic to your website, so you might want to, with the stats that we looked at on Pinterest, start using Pinterest and pinning your pages to a product on there, and then that will lead more traffic to your website. Say your goal is to sell a product and advertise your service. So you might want to start looking at the Facebook ads. Generate more sales and leads. You might want to look at Instagram. Communicate with your customers. As it said, a lot of businesses use Twitter to communicate with their customers and use it as like a customer service tool. So use Twitter for this. Increase your brand awareness. You might like to try YouTube for this and doing some videos and using yourself in a video as well, so people know who's behind the brand and what brought you to it. Establish an online authority. So that's where we discussed Quora and establishing online presence in your field. And then would be looking at your SMART goals. SMART goals are one of the longest lasting, most popular goal setting frameworks for business. Specific. Be specific when writing down a goal. It will be more clearer to see what it is you are trying to achieve. For example, my goal is to grow my Twitter followers. So be specific about what you want to grow and what platform you want to use. Measurable. How will you measure your success? For example, I want to double the numbers of my existing Twitter followers. Attainable. Is your goal attainable? Can you realistically double the number of your Twitter followers? Relevant. A relevant goal is aligned closely with your business objectives. Does the goal support your business's objectives, visions, or values? Time specific. Give your goal a deadline. So, example, double your Twitter followers in the next 3 months. Number 4, use quality images and designs throughout your online presence. So if it's in your budget, hire a professional photographer, use a graphic designer, hire a videographer, and make everything look professional. I suggest getting, if you don't have, not used Canva yet, definitely use Canva. And also Shutterstock, which is images you can buy. I see a lot of times people use images that they've just copied from the internet and it's still got the watermark on it that even says Shutterstock. Look professional, get a subscription with one of these companies and use their photos, you will look a lot more professional. I did, for those, can someone answer my question if you have not used Canva? Because I can show you. So it looks like everyone's used, or Unsplash, I haven't heard of that. So Paul's saying he has not, so I will just do a quick over to Canva and just show you. It's really good because you can use their set sizes. So Facebook covers have a set size, their events have a set size for the image. And then if you go across here, you can, sorry. So you can have a blank, you can start, so this is a Facebook cover, I think it is, yeah. They have preset ones you can select, and then you just change the text or change the image to suit your business. You can change colors, you can change fonts, or you can just start blank with your own. So it's very good, they're preset, and you just download it and then post it up to your Facebook. So definitely give it a go. It's constantly expanding what they do on here. It's a growing company. Canva started in Australia, so definitely worth giving it a go. And you can purchase photos. There are a couple of free photos on here, but you can purchase them as well. So if you click over them, you can see free. But you do find then a lot of people are using the same photos, especially if in your competitors, say if they're using Canva and they're using the free ones, then you could be using the same photos. So using the Pro feature, which is a paid subscription. Now I have we have a Shutterstock account, so we use Shutterstock to get all our images, and then you can upload your photos then to Canva and use your own photos. So that's Canva, and this is Shutterstock here. So most of the images for this webinar I have got from here, so you can see. So you can select, there's even videos, but I think you have to purchase videos. But yeah, they've got some great fresh content. You can search by a color, you can search by anything that you want in your image. So another great tool to use for creating fresh content. And it's not too costly. I can't remember the exact pricing for Shutterstock, but for $49 a month, you can get 10 images. So that'll do your social media campaigns for the month, $49. Okay, now I'll just go back to my... Okay, and this is some cover photos that I recently updated for some businesses. I know that Lynn, I saw your name was in here. She is the owner of Central West Cleaning and Hospitality Supplies, and we recently updated to a more fresh looking Facebook cover, which is also mobile friendly. So when this is viewed on a mobile, it would actually only be viewed, I think it's about 70% of the header. So everything's in the middle, so it can be viewed that way. And here's Trang Hui, who I do all her marketing for, and her website. She used to take her own photos, and then she hired a local photographer, and the photos are so much beautiful to look at now and make you want to eat her food. And to use them with graphics as well is much better with the white background. I can use them for brochures a lot better on her website and various things when you've got professional photos. So you can see the difference there of using someone professional. Optimizing your Facebook page, business page. So make sure that you follow all the requirements that Facebook is asking you to do. So, and also add 2 admins, so you always have a backup if something happens to your profile and you don't have access to your business anymore. You can call on somebody to help. It's always good to have a backup. Your vanity URL, always set that. That's if we go back to my demo page. So this is in, so you'll see here, this is my URL. A lot of people still have their Facebook account ID, which is 119553 something. So really good to have this URL set. So make sure you have that set. I think that's in page info. And then your username is your URL. Your call to action, so that's the button, message, or go to your website, or up the top of your Facebook page. Make sure you set something there where you want people to go. If you prefer people to go to your website, and then put your website there. If it's a shop, put shop now. So you can change that. Template. So when you start up your Facebook page, it always asks what type of business you are, a restaurant, a service, a product, those sort of things. So make sure you set it up to that, because it gives you then the right tabs. So the tabs are what's down the side, and you can customize them depending on your template. So if you're a restaurant, you can put a tab that says menu. You can just say you don't want you're only new and you don't want the reviews to be there yet because there's nothing there. Then you can move them to the very bottom so they're not easily accessed and people are not clicking on there to find out what's there when there's nothing there yet. And the other point is to proofread. Make sure all your links, your email addresses, your phone numbers are all correct. It's very easy to type out your details and put it all live, but make sure you get somebody else to have a look. You see your phone number every day, all the time, and you may not notice that you have 1 digit wrong. So I've seen it happen. So just get somebody else to test everything and make sure that all your details are correct. And a lot of times I've clicked on website links and they go to a 404 page. So make sure that your links are going to an active page. Number 6 is mobile friendly. So make sure that everything you do on your social media is mobile friendly. So bold, big text, because people are looking on their phone now more, as we saw in the stats that I went through before. Everyone is looking from their phone. So small text that say in the same color as near the background, people are not going to be able to read that from their mobiles. So make sure that you test everything that you put on your page if you're working on your desktop, to then also look at it from your mobile and double check it is readable. So these, as I was mentioning before, there is a mobile safe area in your cover photo at the top. So make sure that everything fits within that size. Otherwise, if you have all your details in this area here, it'll look great on a desktop, but when they're looking on mobile, they will not see that. All of this information, this webinar is being recorded and will be shared, so this you'll be able to refer to later. RDA are going to put it on their website, so you can get all this info as to how big the mobile feed display is, and the images that you put up, and also your profile photo. Make it bold, because a lot of people put a photo with lots of detail in it, and then when you look at it on a mobile and you see the photo in the feed, it's not very bold. You try and you're like, what is in that photo? I can't really tell. A bold logo is best, because that makes people go, oh, I know who they are. You've got your colours, your logo, all the same, so people will react faster to your page and posts. It's not as common now, but still people do use their personal profile as their business page. I see many businesses still doing it, and there are benefits of using a page. So people think that they're going to get more followers and all that sort of thing, and they can connect better with people by using a profile. But pages are designed for businesses and organisations with features that help you connect with customers and reach your goals. You'll have access to insights where you don't with a personal profile. You can see the metrics of liked posts, where people are engaging, the times of days they're engaging, the demographics. So these are quite important for your business, and to have it on a personal page, you're not going to get all this. So just say you are your personal brand and it is your name, then create a brand profile for you under your name and select it as a image. And add your business page to your personal profile. So this means, so recently I posted in the Orange New South Wales Small Business Network that this webinar was going to be on. And when you hover over my profile, it brings up my position, and people, I'd notice a lot more people going to my pages that I manage when I've posted in groups like that. They may not like the post, they may not, but they definitely go to your page. So to update that, you click in your personal profile, you add it in your work profile. So you work in education, and then you type in your business page. Definitely give it a go, because you'll notice when you're posting in various groups, or even, you know, you're commenting on a friend's post, people are like, oh, who's that? What does she do? And they click on it. So really good to have that. So many people that I go to their profile to see where they work, and there's nothing there. So I get a bit disappointed. I like to go and have a look at people's pages and what they've been doing. So give it a go. Number 8, video. Really, really important. You could see from all the stats that I mentioned for all the social media platforms, video is on the rise, and if you're not doing it, you'll be left behind. Users are becoming more visual and are watching more videos online, so there's really no escaping it. Do a video. So 72% of businesses who use videos say it has improved their conversion rate. But keep your videos short, less than 2 minutes. Your videos should inform and entertain. Prepare a video marketing strategy. Prepare a video content schedule, and keep search engine optimization in mind when preparing your video. So make sure it's using all your keywords and targeting to everything, because videos will come up on Google. Hashtags. We've only got 2 more to go. Hashtags. Research has shown that using 10 or more hashtags is good, but going over 30 hashtags is excessive. Too many just look spammy, and less is more. You can include up to 30 hashtags on a regular post, but on stories up to 10. Browse through posts containing a hashtag you're already having success with. Do you see a trend from other common hashtags that you could include in future posts? When it comes to choosing Instagram hashtags, the golden rule is use only hashtags that are relevant to your brand, industry, and your audience, because users can report your hashtag as not being relevant. Hashtags are Instagram's signposts. Hashtags help people navigate through millions of posts to find what's relevant or of interest to them. Some will trend like crazy, others will be just too generic. Use special hashtags wisely. Oh, sorry. So, for instance, at the moment, stay at home, COVID-19, they're popular. So if you're taking a photo of your workspace that you're working from home, hashtag that, make it personal, make people see that you are a part of what they're going through as well. Brand your hashtags. Don't forget to add your brand name in every one of your posts. Remember to use 4 to 5 core hashtags that describe your business, and use them every time. So a little tip is to put it in your notes on your phone, and put your set 4 to 5 hashtags in there and copy and paste them every time that you're posting on social media. Hashtags can look messy, and putting them at the end of your post keeps things tidy, but better still, keep your posts clean and put them in the first comment instead. And a lot of people do this on Instagram because it just looks much better. And then they disappear, the comment, the hashtags, they disappear once you've had a few comments on your posts as well, but they still are relevant to linking up with the hashtag. You can post a hashtag in a story by using a hashtag sticker. They've got a hashtag sticker and you change the text, or you can simply use the text tool and the hashtag symbol to type out the hashtag the same way you would in a photo or video post. You can add up to 10 hashtags on a story, but take care not to clutter your content. You can shrink it or even hide it behind an emoji, sticker, or GIF. Now, I use a program called Hashtagify, and you can use it for 7 days. So take advantage for free. So take advantage of it, and you can find your core hashtags to use. If you want to keep with the trend, you can sign up and keep paying for Hashtagify, and you can keep watch on the most popular. Now, while we are here, I might give you a little show on what Hashtagify. I have a paid membership here. So up here you get Twitter tag, Instagram. You can put in a hashtag that you use and see if it's actually worth putting it on your posts. So if somebody can comment on a hashtag that they use on their post, and I'm going to look it up for you. Bathurst, New South Wales, someone has put. Okay, we'll have a look at that. So it is quite popular, 22.9K of total posts with this hashtag, and there's a lot of reactions with it. And then you can see what is recently used with Bathurst, New South Wales. What other posts, what other hashtags are popular? So the biggest one, when it shows the biggest one in this graph, it means that that's the next most popular to use. So these are all the other ones that you can use. I can do one more if anyone's got one. Farm stay. So that's a great hashtag to use as well. It's very popular. There's some other ones to use with that hashtag to help boost as well. So now I'll go back. We've got one more topic to talk about. So my last tip is to keep your website up to date. Keep your social presence up to date. Make sure everything is current within trend. You don't want to be left behind your competitors. If they are keeping their website, their social media, they're posting regularly, and you're not, then you can be left behind from your competitors. 2020 is the year of the messenger and the bots. So set up your frequently asked questions on your messenger. You can also put a messenger on your website. Brendan Gunn, we have on our website put the Facebook Messenger bot on the website, so anyone who can ask a question, it goes to the messenger and we can answer straight away. So I think that the messenger is a lot easier to use in regards to you're already using it. It's not another thing that you have to log into and answer to. It means that the profiles that are actually asking questions in the chats have a Facebook profile, so they're real people. You don't get as much spam. I have installed other chatbots on websites, and the spam just never ends. So Facebook Messenger I've found great because, yeah, you have real people, their profile, their messaging on there. And so these are the different ones that you can have and how many people are using them per month. So WhatsApp and Messenger are definitely up there. Yep, so Facebook Messenger and Instagram Messenger, you can actually integrate them to be the same. So if somebody messages on Instagram, you can have it all go to the Facebook one, and it's all managed by the same one. So this, you can get a separate app on your phone, Messenger, not your Facebook, but your Messenger, and you use that for answering all your inquiries on your website, Instagram, Facebook, really easy to manage. And that's it for my presentation. I hope there's lots of information for you and you've taken something away today that will help your business grow on social media. I will stick around now to answer some questions. And while waiting for you to type your questions, I just wanted to let you know that Regional Development Australia will be sending out a survey evaluation to your email via SurveyMonkey after this session. If you can please fill out the survey, it would be much appreciated. We have recorded this webinar, and Regional Development Australia, we put in the recording on their website for you to refer back to at any time. Thank you for being a part of our webinar today. I hope it was beneficial for you and your business. Next week, I'll be presenting part 2, website basics. If you would like to attend part 2, you do need to register via the Eventbrite. I've got the link here. I'll put it in the chat. So you do need to register to go to attend that one as well. I'll put it in. So there's lots of messages now. How do I? Yeah. Sorry, I sent to everyone. Yeah, there's a link to register for the website webinar that is same time next week. So I'm just going to go read through some questions. Gabby has asked, how many posts would you recommend appropriate number for a business per week? It really depends on your business. I find maybe 4 per week works, and not all the same promotion, those 4, or, you know, it should be a promo for a product, but then something funny or a little free tip that you want to give somebody, give your clients. Keep it different throughout the week, not the same posting product, and yeah, get it a little bit personal as well. So yeah, there is a few set rules, like how many to post, but they say every day with Instagram, because it is very easily to get lost. But with stories now, having the stories, it posts up for 24 hours up the top, and that's also a good way. So also do some stories as well. What are the topics we'll be covering next week? So next week, talking about the different platforms that you can use for your website and which one is best for your business. You know, you've got WordPress, Wix, which one I would recommend. I'll be talking about your website and what you should have on your website to build sales or get followers to your Facebook, or where things should be situated on your page, and what you need to have on there we'll be talking about. How are stories different? So stories are only up there for 24 hours. They'll disappear after 24 hours, I think it is. They're up the top, the little round circles. So your logo that you put in your profile picture of your business page will be up the top. So when you're on Facebook, I'll just see if I can. So these up here are stories, and they disappear. So as you can see, there's a lot of personal ones, but then there are some businesses in there. So you can click on it and it's there. It might be a promo. There it is, a promo at Pick Me Flowers. You click on it and then it goes to a next one. So they're only there for a short time and then they disappear. So I just got to find my chat again. Will you be covering Google Ads or Facebook Pixels next week? Yes, I can do that. I haven't finished all the content, so I can add a bit in about that. So I'll write that down. So Google Ads and Facebook Pixel. The Facebook Pixel is a little bit of a difficult one. It is a little bit technical, so but I will show you why it is important to have it on your website, and yeah, I can suggest how to update it on your website, but you may need to have somebody, if you don't know much about your website and how to manage your website, and you'll need to get somebody else to do it for you. Can you recommend on best sites to use for the shop? Yes, I definitely can. I will talk about that next week. Yeah. So any other, is there value on showing your personal side? Yes, Sam has asked, is there value on showing your personal side in posts? Yes, definitely. People want to be able to connect with you. They want to feel like they've got some connection with your brand somehow. I say working from home, definitely something, you know, you've changed from working in an office to now working from home, posting comments like, or a joke about working from home and saying, how's everyone else dealing with, you know, it. So I've had kids home for 6 weeks, juggling working from home and homeschooling. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that have that same problem. So they would like to think that they have something in common with me and my brand. So definitely do some personal posts, put your face to the brand, do a video, do a live session, maybe showing off if you've got fashion items, do a live video of you holding and showing the product, so people get to know who you are and see a physical product. I'm just reading. Got a question. Can you have a couple of businesses attached to your one personal Facebook profile? How many is recommended? Is it too messy? Well, as you can see from mine, I've got, because when I started with Brendan Gunn Media Group, it was for a international financial website, which I have a lot of contacts for that one site. It's a news site. We've got authors, we've got brokers that we deal with. So I have that as a digital content specialist as on my profile. I'll just go back, I think I had a snippet of it here in the, there it is. So as you can see, I'm web developer, graphic designer at Brendan Gunn Media Group. And these are all links, so you can hover over and go to Brendan Gunn Media Group and look at the company. I'm also the web content specialist for the Traders Spread, which is under our same company, but I have a link there that goes to the Traders Spread and the Industry Spread, the two websites, which link to those pages, because they are very separate audiences that would be interested in those. So I think it's beneficial having them all there, because people will go. I've got a lot of friends that, you know, they go, which one do you work for? I'll do them all. And I manage a lot of other Facebook pages. I probably manage about 5 at the moment. So I can, if you go to my full profile, you'll see all of them listed, which pages I also manage. So yep, definitely think more information the better. Why is the narrative of your business important? I think it goes back to the same sort of reason, making it relevant to the audience, making them connect on a personal level. Yeah, that's probably the same sort of reason as to why to do video. Next week, will you be comparing websites, retail, shopfront versus maybe only Facebook shopfront or Spotify only? I can touch on that for you. Facebook shops. Okay. All right, if that's all, it's been an hour and a half, so I hope it wasn't too long for you or too short. But please give us some feedback so we can make it either longer or shorter next week. I haven't finished all my presentation yet, but I will have it done by then, and I look forward to talking with you all next week. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Banica.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Bye.
It's Sam here. It's Paul still online, but I'll put my video on for you if you want.
1 second, I'll just turn my volume up. Hi.
Here you go. There's still a few people online, but yep. I'll have a chat to you after this if that's cool, and
all
just
right.
ahead of next week. Thanks so much. Chat soon.
Okay.
Bye.